So, now you know how to solve a Skewb. Congratulations. But you want to get faster. That's cool. I am Levi Thomas Mars, also known online as Lemon Cuber. I am the Wyoming state record holder with a 5.11 average, and making me qualified to teach you the intermediate method for this puzzle. So, what are you waiting for? Let's just start off. How the intermediate method works is that I'll just solve a layer like white, example, and I'll look at the corners and determine which one is best to do to like get the yellow corners on top along with the center. Then I look at these centers and look for an algorithm that can solve the rest. And that's it. How you recognize this case is that there's two headlights going this way and there's a block going down. That's just a normal sledgehammer. Like that. If the headlight's going this way, instead you're going to go up, then just do a hedge slammer. If there's a center on top, hold the headlights to the left and do two sledges. If there's like these two diagonal corners are facing up and there's a block going down, what you're going to do a hedge. No, wait. Just do a sledge, rotate, and do another sledge. If you get the same, if the corner was twisted, you're pretty much going to do a sledge. No, you're pretty much going to do two hedges, hedge, rotate, hedge. If there's if the diagonal is going this way and there's a block going this way, what you're going to do is a hedge, rotate, hedge. But if the corner was twisted, you're pretty much going to do a sledge, rotate, sledge. If you get the same diagonal line case, but there's a center on top, make sure you hold where this corner is facing this way. You're pretty much going to do two sledges, then you're going to rotate and do two more sledges. Now if you get the same case where these two are going this way and these two are here, and there's a big block here, where you're pretty much going to do is hold the block in the back and do a sledge. And you're pretty much going to do a sledge, rotate, hedge, sledge, rotate, hedge. Now if you get a similar case where there's like this, what you're going to do is something similar. So you're just going to start off with a sledge this time, rotate, hedge, rotate, then sledge, rotate, hedge. And that puts the white center on top, the opposite center on top. Now after you get the white center on top, you have one of three cases remaining. We have this. You're pretty much going to do, this case will be important for the next case, because what you're pretty much going to do is, this is basically U perm from PLL. So what you're pretty much going to do is look for the opposite center with this color, look for the center, look for the opposite color, and put that down with a sledge, rotate, then you're just going to do one more sledge to solve it. And the reason why I'm teaching you this right now is because it's important for the next case later. This was the case I'm talking about, where pretty much the corners are solved, but there's no white center on top. Where you're pretty much going to no opposite center, U center on top. What you're pretty much going to do is just to rotate for the opposite centers of the back and just do the case I taught before. and the U center is on top now. Now, the second and last case I'm going to be teaching you is the H perm. What you're pretty much going to do is a sledge, rotate, hedge, then you're going to rotate again and do a sledge. So pretty much one more time. Sledge, rotate, hedge, rotate it one more time, then a sledge. One more time faster. Sledge, hedge, sledge. Now the final case of them all is the Z perm. How we recognize it is I'm just going to do Z perm on 3x3. Now if we just compare it to Z perm on 303, you will notice like a resemblance to it. Then what you're pretty much going to do is to hold where two adjacent colors are, like this. Hold it like this. Something like this where, yeah. Now what you're pretty much going to do is R, L, U, L, U, L, L, R, then U, then L, then R. I'm going to do it one more time. And I'm going to do it again. R, L, L prime, U prime, L, U, L, R, L prime, R prime. And one more time faster. And again. And that's it.